All right, guys. When I know say that I tell you when I say as we don't show updates, we do waiting updates go share where good. Now I see the tenko now. The ones then where don't subscribe for my YouTube channel. All of them they do well. For this our Captain Callistus University of Aviation. If you never subscribe, this updates now where we go drop today. Go long go. So rush go there, Captain Callistus on every platform. Now the update where I carry come today now, question and answer. Like I will tell you now, if you get any question, anything where you dey confused about for aviation, drop them under any of my codes them, so that if I see them, so I go carry them, come explain within the thing, disintegrate them for so that everybody go understand within they happen. Now the update we did for today. Now see, I will not answer this guy question before, but if I say the guy questions there, they make sense. The person now from Instagram, tjudge_45. Say greetings to you, Capo. Why is the flight time? Okay, flight time, let's say England to Vietnam, 12 hours. And from Vietnam to England, 14 hours flight. Thank you. Good. My brother, I never go Vietnam before. So I never fly that route. I don't know the routing will be that one where you give us. But anyways, the question where you ask, is they valid well? Because I go bring them down to us, and I know say anyhow when we take down, they like try bring them down for all of us so that we will understand the whole thing, the way the matter they take be. We no go Vietnam. We go dey Niger, analyze them. Good. If we dey Niger now, we fly from Lagos, go Abuja. Minimum for this aeroplane, you can do straight in without any delay. You can do 50 minutes. Sometimes 52 minutes, 55 minutes and all that. Then if you want fly from Abuja, come back to Lagos. Minimum where would they do and with this aeroplane, this E2. Straight in, no delay, no traffic day to delay our movement. Flight time, take off from Abuja, land for Lagos. Now 46 minutes, 47. If traffic day here, if they go 50 minutes. All right. So leave Vietnam. May we analyze the thing for here for Niger. Now you say, why it they be like that? The one where you talk now 2 hours difference. So now make I bring down the things then we feel make those flight time make it day different. Now still the same routine, or maybe not the same routine anyways, but I go give you our reasons. Then from there we go do waiting, we go really understand the way the thing they take be. The first reason we go feel make that thing make it be that way. Now waiting now ATC, air traffic controllers. Air traffic control, what I mean for this one, in the sense say by the time where we dey take off, air traffic control fit tell you, let's remain for Nigeria where we dey. Sometimes if we take off from Lagos, if they do procedural control, they will tell us to take off, then we turn right. Or they fit tell us, say, may we maintain runway heading. They go into the ocean. After 3,000 feet, then we turn right or we turn left. So as we dey go into that ocean, you know, say we never begin they go Abuja. They still separate us from other traffic, other aeroplane, then we dey within the airspace. So that thing they elongate the time. Add like extra 2 to 3 minutes on top of your flight before you go now turn. Begin proceed, the turn come Lima Fagoff. That is Lagos VOR. It be like say where you from take off again, you go come turn again, come there before you go now continue they go the Abuja where you they go. So all these go still make the flight time. If you add like 3-4 minutes, 2-3-4 minutes, depending. Now if you can't do that ATCDC, maybe other traffics than they feel decide to turn you off. Let's say you are supposed to go this direction. Because of traffic, they tell you, say, okay, may you they go left. You see, say now this side is supposed to go, but they take you to this side. 30 seconds to 1 minute fee add from there before they go now begin turn you back to join the airway where you go take follow go Abuja. So those kind of this thing. Then when you now come reach Abuja, Abuja feel they do procedural again. they go tell you, instead of radar vectoring wey be say wey be the modern this thing, maybe they go use procedural that time. They use the two of them together most times, but each one get reason where they use one, you know. So if now the procedural, they go tell you, maybe you go fly overhead Abuja VOR. From there, you go now do the full procedure turn. That one go add like another 5 minutes on top of the flight time. You now do the full procedure turn, then come in, land. You go see and say, with these things, the way I explain now, you go see and say, the flight time from takeoff to land in Lagos to Abuja go, they reach 55, 57, sometimes 58 minutes. If other traffic is there, 1 hour, 1 hour plus. You understand? So that is ATC controls can make the flight, make it day longer. That is one reason. 2, weather. Weather in the sense, say, we fit take off. Like I've been saying, ATC fit on you like this. Weather can't do this your routing. You feel say you dey dodge weather. You go come out from that normal route where you suppose use, they go Abuja. They turn, come out from your routing. You go see say it go dey take you more time as you dey come out because say you dey dodge weather. At any point in time of your routing. Then you feel come to your destination again. If you be say whether day you feel decide pick code or something on, but that one is, you know, it's on a rare case, as in weather cause you to, that is not even a factor to it. We are talking of just normal day you take off and this. So along your routing, yeah, is weather. As you are turning out from your routing, weather go, you are adding more time to that your flight time. If you're turning in, let's say instead of going outside, you are going inside, you will shorten your distance a bit. So instead of maybe in a flight to Lagos to Abuja where we go do 15 minutes, if you as you shorten turn inwards, if the time if you reduce to like maybe 49 minutes. So you see now whether the way you go take causing own time increase or decrease to the matter, now in be this. Another one, another factor now waiting, the aeroplane itself. Just like all of us with the people who all of us where they drive car, you get cars then will be 4-cylinder, get the ones will be 6-cylinder, get the ones will be 8-cylinder. All right, so don't expect say the speed of the car will be 8-cylinder and the one will be 4-cylinder go be the same thing. We get sports cars, the way where they take pace and the way our normal cars they take run will be the same thing, right? So you see that aircraft is the same thing for aeroplanes as well. The speed where this aeroplane they fly and the speed where 737 they fly, the speed where A380 they fly, the speed where some of the private jets then they fly, then the speed where propeller aeroplane they fly will be the same thing. So if the aeroplane now, if let's say aeroplane will be a propeller engine, with that propeller where they do click like this, their speed, if like I talk say we they go Abuja or Lagos to Abuja 50 minutes, then minimum where they do Lagos to Abuja na like 1 hour 20 minutes or something like that, depending on the propeller. All of them will be the same speed, all of them they be. Just like all the jets, aeroplanes, they're not the same speed. So you see that aeroplane type and speed matters as well. You get? So now maybe the one way fly go the aeroplane, then where the route make it go Lagos Abuja. No be the same aeroplane go route come back Abuja Lagos. That kind of thing will affect the flight time, because if this one they slow, the other one they fast. The faster one will get reduced time. The slower one will get more lengthy time, especially if not for the same company. If let's say my company now gets jet aeroplane, get propeller aeroplane, you go see say this kind of thing, and they come mix the flights like this. You go see say this kind of thing see they happen where we say the time difference for going and coming back would be different. All right, factor we feel make the flight routes make it day longer than the coming back, the going, or any of them they longer than the other. Now waiting the routing, the airway What I mean by the airway, for the route then where we they fly go anywhere where we they go based on the airway. Airway where I mean like the road, the highway where we they fly, they go, they pass go our destination. Let's say Lagos to Abuja now. The airway where we they fly go Lagos to Abuja possibly be one way. The return will be another airway. So, but it still get some airways then we be say they be two ways. That is, if you follow and go, still follow and come back. Get the ones where be say maybe going go be one way. You know go fit follow that same routine, come back. Now another routine now you go follow. Good example of an like our Abuja own. Our Abuja, Lagos Abuja, the airway where you go follow go. They like this. Where the one where we go follow go back, they like this. So you go see say this one where they will go straight, they shorter than the one where maybe you go go this way before you go now begin the cutting this way. So the length of the airway itself, they help, they either increase or reduce the flight time for the flight where you they do. So part of the things then we still they follow, they cause those time differences for the same routine going or coming back. Okay, so the next point that can cause that kind of time difference on flight routine is what? The wind direction and speed. So you know we have what we call tailwind and headwind. Tailwind, now that wind where we say aeroplane they go this way, the wind they follow and for back. The way the direction where the aeroplane they go, now in the wind they go. So the wind would push the aeroplane, they go faster. Headwind, now the one where we say the plane they come, they go opposite, and the wind they come from this side. The wind they come from this side. The plane they go into the wind. So if you get tailwind, enough tailwind, like all those 10, 20, 30, 100, you know, knots of wind where they push you from back, you go see say you go gain more time. Where we say maybe if now like the Lagos Abuja where we use for example for this our explanation now. If you get high tailwind, the thing will reduce your flight time by 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on the intensity of the that wind. On the other flip side of it, if you get headwind, we don't go Abuja, Lagos, from Lagos go Abuja, we get tailwind of let's say 50 knots. It will shorten our time by almost like 3 to 5 minutes. We get tailwind. Then, no say, now still the same route where we take go. Now still that same route we take go back to Lagos. You go see now, say that thing will be tailwind, that time where we go, it will now turn to be headwind. So that headwind now, go come day, as we they go forward, you go push us, they go back. So you go add more time to our flights. You know, so now the same thing they happen for wind, the wind direction and the speed. They help they do waiting, they increase or reduce the time for the flights. Another point where we make the flight time of the same route make it change. One go long past the other. Now waiting we they call seed and star. Seed na standard instrument departure, star na standard instrument arrival. For the seed, let's say for Lagos now, those seed they don't publish them. Air traffic controller they already know about them. So whenever they try to clear you, awesome, or stop it. So that standard instrument departure, when they want to clear you for takeoff, to give you takeoff clearance, you know, they be only just one, maybe one instrument departure for like Lagos now. They go get like 2 or 3, depending on the kind of traffic where they come into or where they depart out of that airport. They go clear you the one where go lead you to the side where you they go. So with that, now that seed now you go follow. So if if you dey go this way now and they come clear you the seed, come be say e go take you this way, go this way, go this way before you move this way. As you dey do all those right turn, left turn, na time na in dey go, so e dey accumulate to that your flight time. But if they just clear you straight, you just take off straight, make your turn either left or right, either right or left, they go where you dey go, you go see say the time go dey reduced. Now, the same thing applies to waiting to standard instrument arrival. Standard instrument arrival, as you dey approach that airport where you dey go, let's say our Lagos no dey too, most of the time they no dey too use those this thing because radar dey work, so they just clear us, use radar vectoring, space everybody, go in. Now that star, if you go for airports then wey be say then dey traffic, they dey too much, they fit decide to use the to be clearing everybody, so they follow one particular star depending on the side where you dey come from. If you dey come from this side, enter this star, fly am. If you dey come from this side, you go follow this star. If you dey come from this side, but at the end of the day, they go dey synchronize, and when we say everybody go still, they clear everybody to go in for the approach one after the other. So by the time when you don't, they go through that star, the star feed they turn you left, right, you know, till you align with the wrong way. So all those things them they account for the time where you will spend for your flight time. All right. If na airport where we say traffic they do too much, especially for to come in and to depart or whatever, you go see say they feel use that star to, you know, keep everybody separated either by distance most of the time. All right, so that is the one about that seed and star where go feel add to your flight time on the same route. Okay, the other point where go make the time make it change for the same routing. Now waiting the direction of the runway where then they use for each airport. Let's say make I use our Lagos and Abuja wey still be our reference. Make I use them as an example now. Now when we are taking off from Lagos, we take off, we always they take off from the runway 18 right, but remember the direction where you go take off from each runway depends on the wind, the prevailing wind at the time where you depart. Like Lagos now mainly runway 18 left or 18 right for international operations. Now they use the takeoff. If they take off, let's say you're going to Abuja, they will turn you left. If they do, they can vector you to go right or something. If they are doing procedural or something, to go right. If you go right, it will take you a longer distance. But if you go left, it's shorter distance. So that's direction of runway where you take off can increase your time. That way around, the opposite side of the runway will be 36 left and 36 right. If you're going to Abuja from Lagos, if you use 36 left, take off, or 36 right for runway 18 left. If you use 36 right, take off. Now straight, as you just take off like this, now straight you they go Ibadan, they turn, they enter Abuja. So you see that it will give you a shorter distance. So the direction of the runway in use also adds to this thing. That is for Lagos where we depart from. Now going into Abuja, if you go into Abuja from Lagos, the runway that is closest to you, runway 24, runway 22 and runway 04 for Abuja. But you see that if you are coming from Lagos, runway 04 is a straight in. That's runway 04 day like this. You are coming in like this, you enter and land. But the runway where they use mostly like 80%, unless if wind change for Abuja, now runway 22. So if you are coming from Lagos, which is on this side, you go do a right downwind. You go leave this side where you for just go in straight, because no be this side the wind they come from. The wind the wind is pushing from this side. So you go land into the wind. So they will always clear you to go through runway 22, because now that side now they use at that time. So you see that most of the time you come into Abuja. If you go straight for runway 04, which is shorter, it will give you will gain like 2 to 3 minutes. But because na runway 22 where they decide na in they use, by the time when you don't they go through this way, they turn, they come in to land through here, you don't add like another 2 to 3 minutes, sometimes 4 minutes into your flight time. All right, so now that one as well, they follow the course, those time differences for the same routing. Now if you're departing from Abuja going to Lagos, that runway 22, as you just take off like this from runway 22, you are going straight to Lagos. But if you are taking off from runway 04, if you come and take off from here, you will start to make another right turn or a left turn, depending on you are gaining time. That's additional time is will be added to the flight time where they are this thing. All right, so now these things them now them they do what? Now then they make those time differences. The other point where go make those flight time make it increase or reduce. Now traffic on ground and the traffic where the amount of traffic within the area, that airport where you they come. Good. So based on the example where you give here, England to Vietnam is 12 hours. Vietnam to England is 14 hours. Anyways, like I've been talking before, I never fly that route. I don't know. But if you are used to aviation, you know that England, let's say Heathrow. Let's use Heathrow as an example of the airport in England that you are talking this in. Heathrow has the highest or one of the highest traffics in the whole world in terms of airport inflow and outflow. The number of flights then where they enter, they come out for Heathrow on a daily. You can't use it to compare so many airports in the world. So they are one of the busiest airports, if not the busiest in the world. Anyways, so you see that the sector going from Vietnam to Heathrow is longer with 14 hours, like you stated. Now you check, you see that by the time where flights they take off from Vietnam, maybe get more traffic come out. By the time where they enter Heathrow, the traffic will go hold them. Sometimes they go feel stack them inside the hold. That one go gather like another 30 minutes before they go they move them from stacks. They clear them for approach and landing. By the time all of them land for ground, aircraft go full everywhere. Now to taxi in, you go they choke. Traffic go full for ground. This aircraft the taxi go this side, this one the taxi go this side, and nobody go run into each other. Air traffic controller go they give you a time to continue taxi. If you taxi, you stop this point. This other one taxi, you go stop this one and all that. Then the ones then where they depart, by the time where they depart, because they go still put them into consideration as they maneuver on ground, may they go for their departure or whatever. You go still see say that traffic could still be delay them, thereby adding to their time for their departure. Let's say they don't give them start up, they don't request for taxi at 6 a.m. You go see that with that 6 a.m. where they clear them for taxi, before they go do maneuver traffic, come line up, come depart, it go reach like sometimes depending on the number of traffic where they on ground, if you reach like 6:30 or 6:45 as the case may be. You understand? So all those things also matter. Weather as well can cause some of those things. Let's say the aeroplane they depart out of England and na cold weather operation you want do, it go still go do de-icing and all that. All those things count. They also add to the times and all that. So you see that there are so many variables where they make all these things them. Those time differences make it a day for one particular route. Those changes go nowadays. So traffic inflow and outflow on ground and all that also contributes to that time change. So the last one where I go based on my own experience, the last factor or variable where go make the flight make difference day in the timing now waiting. Now from the airline. You get something where they call OTP, on-time performance. Now, airlines feel look, say, going to Abuja, the block time where they go give you for tickets, because this time where you put now 14 hours and 12 hours for your question, now the block time where the airlines they always they put for the maybe the time where they book the flight or for your flight ticket. Now there you they see those times. So the airline fee check say, okay, Vietnam to England, let's use Heathrow also for example. Now there, because of the kind of traffic where I talk about, they factored it in and say, okay, because by the time the aeroplane land, maneuver till they park, get to the gate, if they take time, let's do what? Let's give that flight 14 hours. That 14 hours now, by the time where, let's say they even depart 6 p.m., they are supposed to land 8 a.m. the next morning, based on the 14 hours that you talked about. You go see and say, even if they take off late, let's say they don't board, finish, close door by 6 p.m. But due to all these factors, then why I talk, taxi on ground, traffic on ground, the seed and all that, we are now airborne at, let's say 7 o'clock, 1 hour. You will still see that they will get to their destination and land and park before that 8 a.m. the next morning. So you see that the airlines have already factored all those in. So actually, the flight time takeoff and landing might be, let's say, 10 hours. But because they know that all these variables can come into play, all these variables why I don't mention for all this why for this video, they can come into play. They decide, okay, instead of us saying, okay, we take off and landing is 10 hours, but all the ground distance, let's give it 30 minutes. They know that it's not, they cannot actualize that timing, let's say 10 hours, 30 minutes for everything. They know that it cannot be possible at all. They now factored all those things and said, okay, let's give it 2 hours extra. Take off, land, maybe 1 hour for arrival, 1 hour for departure, all that. That is why the thing can't take that 14 hours. But at the end of the day, you people, for your passenger mind, they were airborne like 1 hour after. But how come they landed within the time where they write for their distance? So that one also is a variable, but these ones are not for passengers. You know, you wouldn't know about this one. It's for people like us that are into the system that know that airlines factor all these things for them to remain within that on-time performance, which every airline, you say, this airline, they do early, this one they do, is because they have factored all those things and they put it into their timing to say, okay, because when we go to Abuja takes consumes like 30 or 40 minutes ground time. They decide to add 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes, and with all the whole ground waka and all that, they will still depart on time. You see that is where those things come into play. All right. So with the above point of mind, I hope say I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that the things them where they make one route flight make it come be like say this one long past the other, it plenty yaba. But if you still get any further question to drop or to ask about this one, drop them under the comment section. tjudge_45, we don't answer your question with that too. And to all of us, keep subscribing. If you don't subscribe, you never hit the notification bell. Hit the notification bell so that once updates like this then drop, you do waiting, you will be among the first people who will go grab them. I still love you guys. Captain Callistus, always. Cheers, buddy.